What's up, y'all? What's going on? I'll put some more blinds or something. What's going on, guys? All right, so we got a 4-game slate. Small slate to touch on. We'll start as soon as everybody gets in. Cam, what's good? Ayo, Mizzle, what's up? Eric, what's up? Javier Batista, what's going on? What's up, y'all? Tyus, what's up? JP Johnson, what's going on, man? What's up, guys? Hey, drop a like as you head in. I'd appreciate that. Johnny Flores, what's up, man? Brian, what's up? Dogface, what's going on? What's up, y'all? As always, we're going to start straight into injuries and stuff like that. Touch on the injuries we got on this slate, and then I'll start answering questions. Have your questions ready. C5 Roller, what's going on, man? TRM Music, what's up? Kim Man. All Black, we got a murderous lineup coming. Hey, man, hopefully. 4-game slates are normally big for us, so Choppa C, what's going on, man? Acapulco Gold, what's up, man? What's going on, y'all? What's up, bro, from Texas? What's up, man? What's up, Kyle? How you doing? What's good, Cam? We killed it last night. Yes, we did. We did. We smashed that shit last night. Pimping ain't easy. Somebody said that, not me. I didn't say that, babe. That was somebody else. Benji Littell. Okay, it wasn't me. He said pimping ain't easy. Okay? I don't know shit about pimping. I got you. Yo, Cam, Dustin, what's up, man? Is it cool if I call you tonight? I got questions. Yeah, of course, man. Of course. 365, all I got to say. Hey, man, we're going to have a great night tonight. Yeah, we dropped 360 last night, which was great. Don't get Cam in trouble, bro. I know, Andrew. He's trying. He's trying. It's all good. He didn't realize my Benji Littell said sorry. And he said that I'm not a pimp and I'm super loyal and committed and I love you.
That's you.
Cam, who you like better, Bledsoe or Barton? It's a good question. We'll have to wait and see on Jamal Murray, if Jamal Murray plays or not. Is he still questionable? I believe so. I believe he is. I'm ready to double up again. You already know, man. What's up, Frank? What's going on, guys? Thank you for joining me as always. We got over 50 people in here, so I'm going to go ahead and start. Anybody who comes in later, you can just catch up, ask me questions, and I'll answer the question again if I already touch on it. All right. Hey, yo, it's your boy, guy. What's up, Krishna? What's going on? All right. Let's talk about injuries first and foremost. You guys know the most important thing in DFS, as always, is what? Taking advantage of injury bumps. All right. So, first game on the slate. The slate doesn't start till 6:30 p.m. Central, by the way. All right. It starts 30 minutes later than normal, which means greenlightdfs.com will not have stuff posted on it until about 6:15. Okay. We post 15 minutes before the slate to stop other providers from stealing our shit and acting like it's theirs and giving them, and give our people plenty of time to be able to enter it. So, about 6:15 p.m. Central is when we'll have everything posted at greenlightdfs.com. If you are a member, there you go. All right, first game, Milwaukee at New Orleans. All right, we've got Nickeil Alexander-Walker is doubtful for New Orleans. That's a bump to our guy. I actually had him the other day in my GPP version. I'm talking about damn, I'm blanking on it, man. I'm always blanking. I got so many people going through my head at one time right now. Okay, his name is... Why am I tripping? Why am I forgetting his name? Josh Hart. Yeah, Josh Hart. But he's 4'7", so he's priced a little accordingly. He's been doing Hart. Everybody's already telling me Hart, and I just wasn't looking at chat. Appreciate you guys. You already knew it. Yeah, I was talking Josh Hart gets a bump. You know who I really like today? Drew Holiday. I'll talk about him a little more, but let's get back into injuries. George Hill is out for another game. Pat Connaughton will play. Speaking of that, with Hill out, Connaughton does get a slight bump. So he's interesting. PJ Washington is questionable. Keep an eye on that. If he's out, that's another bump to Zeller and a few other guys. We'll talk about it. Austin Rivers will play. Remember in the high five, I put McLemore because I wasn't sure if Rivers was going to play or not. With Rivers active, I like Rivers over McLemore straight up. Clint Capella is out. Hilario is out. Russell Westbrook is doubtful. He's probably out. So Harden in GPPs, if you want to take the chance with Hartenstein, it's probably not going to work, but you never know. You know what I mean? That's why in GPP, you just have fun with it. Go Hartenstein, and maybe he has one of those huge games that he's done a few times with Clint Capella out this year. But, yeah, probably PJ Tucker if you want to take the center for them. Paul Millsap is out another few games. Jamal Murray is questionable. We'll have to keep an eye on that because that's big news. And then Michael Porter Jr. is out. That's a bump to a guy who I really like because of that is Jeremy Grant. All right, Jeremy Grant's going to get a nice little bump with him out. He's been getting some good minutes in this offense on this team in general. He's been getting some good time. So it's definitely a bump to Jeremy Grant for sure. All right. And then last but not least, Anthony Davis will play and Alex Caruso will play. Anthony Davis is a good price too, so we'll touch on that too. All right. Hit me with the questions. Highest implied total tonight is the Milwaukee game, I believe, which the thing that sticks out to me most when looking at the slate, right, when you're trying to choose what games you really want to get exposure to, what hits me the most immediately is this total on this Milwaukee-New Orleans game, but yet it's only a 6.5 spread, which means Vegas is expecting it to stay close. And in games in a great matchup like this, in close games, Giannis normally goes nuts. All right? So I would not be surprised to see Giannis go berserk against New Orleans tonight. I really would not be surprised. And if you do go Giannis, I love running it back with Drew Holiday, who I mentioned before. I love Drew Holiday. He seems way too cheap, to be completely honest with you. What is he? Let me refresh my memory. I believe he's 6'6"? Drew Holiday 6'9". Drew Holiday 6'9", so $7K. We need 35 for 5X. He's going to at least hit that. That's his floor today. Rozier at 6'4". Terry Rozier, I understand the thought process on it. He is going against Houston without Westbrook D. And I think he's fine. But I kind of lean more. I would probably go McCollum over him or spend up and try to get Lonzo or Murray if he plays. But I really do. I would rather Drew Holiday over Terry Rozier. But I can understand Terry Rozier completely, for sure. So, yeah, let's see. Can you win without starting Harden? You never know. This is DFS at the end of the day. Harden could go out and sprain his ankle in the first quarter. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, though, Westbrook is out. Capella's out. Harden's going to put the team on his back, and it looks like he's starting to get his shot together. So I would say James Harden's probably a lock on this slate. Harden and ABC in one lineup, I think that's doable. Dame and Harden together still, I think it's fine. I think that's the more of the GPP route for tonight. I don't think many people are on Dame. They haven't been. Through this whole stretch that he's been dropping 80s, I mean, other than a few small slates where he was kind of a must, it was just obvious to play him. Other than that, people really haven't been on Dame that crazy. And on this slate where you got Giannis, you got AD at a good price. You got LeBron James cheaper than Dame. Like, I think Dame's going to go under-owned. So I think that's more the GPP route to pair Dame and Harden together. I think that's fine. Harden and Lillard GPP, yes. Holiday owe us from the Suns when he smoked up the Church's money. Yeah, Drew Holiday, I think, is going to have a great game. Lonzo and Giannis, I think they're completely fine. If you go Giannis, I think it's fine to run back with Lonzo. Also, if you go Giannis, I think it's fine to run back with Zion. Just get some run back. That's a really interesting game. Milwaukee, New Orleans. The fact that Vegas thinks it's only a 6.5 spread, probably because they have Zion now. They've been playing well, and they're at home in New Orleans. In a game that stays competitive, Giannis has the potential to beat out everyone on the slate. If I had to guess, I'd probably say Harden's the top scorer of the night, but Giannis is going to be right there. And Harden could go for 80. So I'm saying Giannis could easily clear 70 if this game stays competitive like Vegas thinks, and I think it will in New Orleans with them completely healthy. Middleton would be lit tonight too. Yeah, he should be all right. I think he's a solid option as well. What is Middleton's price today? Let me double-check Middleton's price. Chris Middleton's 7.3, so yeah, we need about 40 for ideally for about 6x. So yeah, I like him. I think he's fine. Bledsoe or Middleton? Bledsoe or Middleton? That's a really, really, really good question. I'm gonna lean Middleton. It's really close though. What we got? Harden and Giannis is a lock. I think both of those two together is a great play. Yes, I got Lonzo, Giannis, Ingram, and AD. Okay, you stacking up big. Ingram or Zion? I'm still leaning Ingram. I know everybody's hopping on Zion, and I understand it. The matchup against Milwaukee is not the most favorable matchup for Zion, and he's still kind of been on average hitting about 5x what his price tag is. So I would rather just go ahead and go Ingram, who, in my opinion, as of right now, has the higher upside. I like Cody Martin for GPP. What do you think? He's been getting minutes and cheap. I like that you brought him up because I actually was looking at him earlier on today. Cody Martin has been getting some good minutes in this offense for sure, especially if PJ Washington ends up missing. Cody Martin should get some more minutes as well. I think he's fine. I think you can do worse than him. He's averaging 25 or more minutes, only 3.5, and on a slate where you're probably going to need all the value you can get. Yes, we have good value like Austin Rivers. We have PJ Tucker. We got Caldwell Pope, Wesley Matthews, guys like that. Those are good. Those are solid value options. I think he's solid in GPP because I think a lot of people are not going to be using that value in particular. So I think he's fine. Hart or Zeller or Podol or McGee. As long as Aldridge plays, I'm not going Podol. As long as Howard is healthy and AD's in, I'm not going McGee. So it's between Hart and Zeller. That's a pretty close one. I'd lean Hart. It's really close, though. You still like Zeller and any other Hornet. I do like Zeller. The thing we do have to worry about a little bit is because Clint Capella is not healthy for Houston, obviously Houston's going to run small with PJ Tucker at center. Maybe Charlotte doesn't play Zeller too many minutes for that reason. But on the minutes that Zeller's on the floor, he's going to dominate the rebounds. So if he does happen to get 25 or more minutes, Zeller could absolutely destroy by just soaking in rebounds. Just got the week pass. Let's get it. Let's get it, Roy. Smart man. Cool. Thanks, Cam. No problem. Spend up for center and go Zeller and balance your line. Spend up for center or go Zeller and balance your line. If you're spending up for center, you're going AD. Plain and simple. If you're spending up and putting a guy at center, it would have to be AD. If you're not, then I would spend down, take the value of PJ Tucker or one of those Zeller type of guys. Honestly, at center, the way to go is Anthony Davis. In GPP, I'm completely fine with Jokic if you want. Jeremy Grant can be played at center. And I talked about with our boy out for Denver who's been getting a lot of run, Michael Porter. With him out, Jeremy Grant's going to get a nice little bump. At 5'7", he's very interesting too. You can play him at center. You can play PJ Tucker at center. Derek Favors is really cheap at 4.9. He hasn't been very good, okay? And the risk you run against playing bigs against Milwaukee is the fact that Brook Lopez shoots threes, and a lot of times he tends to pull centers out from inside the key, inside and pull them out so they rebound less. That happens a lot against this Milwaukee team. So normally I don't like playing centers against Milwaukee, but Favors is pretty cheap. So I'll mention him. But mainly I like Zeller, Jeremy Grant, PJ Tucker. I do like Jeremy Grant over Zeller, straight up. So Jeremy Grant, PJ Tucker, Derek Favors is a good price, or you spend up and go AD. That's really it. I need a really cheap center. Like, what are you talking? What price range? Dogface. I'm going to make sure I say y'all's names and then answer the question so you know I'm referring to you. All right. Jay Cutler said, do you like Favors? Yes. I think he's solid value. TRM Music, so many bums at the value plays. I agree. But we do have the value of like Austin Rivers and stuff who have obvious bumps that we understand why they're getting bumps. I don't like when those slates where we have like the only value options we have are value that really aren't getting much of a bump and you just kind of take a risk. Or you just got to go balance on those days pretty much. But, yeah, we have some solid value plays. I do. Another guy I want to make sure I mention, he's up and down, okay? But Wesley Matthews. Wesley Matthews gets you exposure to that amazing Milwaukee-New Orleans total. playing about 30 minutes at only 3K with George Hill still out. So Wesley Matthews is another value that you can definitely go. Like Brunson, definitely not today. Jackson Hayes is good value play. Now that Zion's back, not really, but let me check him out real quick. Let me just take a look. He's Bearman 3,000. See how many minutes he's been getting. He's been getting, yeah, his minutes are way too inconsistent to trust. Jabir Batista said he's so scary. Who is? Joe Thompson, tough matchup for Brandon Ingram. It is a tough matchup, yes. I prefer Drew Holiday. That he's my favorite New Orleans play. Brooke Lopez, question mark, TRM Music. I think Brooke Lopez is playable. Let me see his price. Let me remind myself of Brooke Lopez's price real quick. Brooke Lopez is 5'3". Yeah, he's playable. He's fine. Zion or Ingram, DK? I'm leaning Ingram. Thoughts on Rondo tonight for value? Let me see. Hold on a second. Hold on just a second. I'm going to look at something real quick so I can make sure I'm saying exactly what I want to say. Yeah, Ingram's going to be facing Middleton compared to Zion facing Giannis. So Ingram's my guy. Who's your favorite stud tonight, DK? Harden. Harden and Giannis. You the man, Cam. Appreciate it, Encore. I love AD and LBJ. They are very good for GPP because I don't like them together. But I'm leaning AD more, but I think they're fine for GPPs. I feel like LeBron James might not be high on, but I could be wrong. Bridges if Washington is out. Yeah, he definitely gets a bump. Yes. How many Rockets are too many? I'd say stay with 4. Don't go 4 is fine. 3 to 4. Why has Devontae Graham been so bad lately? I have no idea, man. TRM Music, I do not know. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. We got over 110 people in here. We should have 110 likes. Come on now. Are you fading Dame for GPP or think he continues his hot streak? In GPP, I'm not fading Dame whatsoever. I like pairing Dame with Giannis in GPP because everybody's going to be on Harden. It is interesting to go Dame Giannis, the lower owned of the stat. Melo in Denver tonight. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even think about that. I don't put too much merit on that, narrative. But for GPP, that's fine. All right. Kyle Bogart said hit that like button. I agree with him 100%. Make sure you subscribe to the channel down below, too, and hit the notification so it'll let you know when I go live. I go live every day. Zion, I think Zion is fine. I lean Ingram over him and Drew Holiday over him. I like that. And Giannis can match Harden points. Plus, I think in a closer spread game. Yeah, like in GPP, with Harden being so incredibly popular today, which makes complete sense. In cash, you don't fade Harden. In GPP, I think fading Harden for Giannis is interesting. For sure. Like pairing Lillard and Giannis in GPP is definitely an interesting way to go. And the reason being, okay, is because I talked about it before. All right, like this total for Milwaukee is the highest on the slate. They have an amazing matchup against a bad New Orleans defense. All right, and Vegas has the spread at only 6.5 because the game is in New Orleans. And I kind of agree that this game is going to stay close enough where Giannis is going to explode. In games that are tight totals, against bad defenses, Giannis can go for 70 or more. We all know that. And I feel like people are sleeping on him today. I know he's a little bit more expensive, but I think there's value that you can work out. And I think that Giannis really has some great upside. So I told myself before I started this live that I was going to make sure that I made sure I talk about Giannis because he's a guy I'm very interested in. Steve C211 said DiVincenzo 4-2 on DK, 23 plus. I do like DiVincenzo as a value as well. I want all the exposure. Give me as much exposure as I can to New Orleans, Milwaukee. I love the Houston guys, obviously, for value. I want some Milwaukee. I want some Houston, for sure. Besides Giannis, who's your favorite Bucks play for GPP? Eric Bledsoe, Chris Middleton, and Brooke Lopez. You can really stack them if you want. I agree. Feel like people sleeping on Giannis. Yes. Would the Giannis and Lillard be good for a single entry GPP or play Harden? No, that's fine for single entry GPP. GPP in general. The stack of Giannis and Lillard is good for GPP in general. Hey, y'all hit up greenlightdfs.com if you want to join the squad. By the way, we have our optimizer as well. Play with the optimizer. If you want to really fuck with GPP and play multiple lineups, check out the optimizer. It really spits out some huge scoring stuff. Some nights I'm like, what the hell? This shit just went crazy. You know what I mean? So the optimizer's been doing really, really well. Make sure you check it out, man. Add it to your study stuff, like what you use to put your lineups together. How much is weekly or monthly pass? Go to the site, check it out. Facts. Who's your daddy? What's up, man? Drop a like if you haven't already. Favorite stat game? New Orleans, Milwaukee, Andrew. What else we got? Andrew said, what about Hernan Gomez? No, I won't have much Hernan Gomez. Do you like DeJounte Murray or Jamal Murray? If Jamal Murray plays, I like Jamal Murray. DeJounte Murray against LA is interesting because the Lakers aren't great against the point guard position. So DeJounte Murray is solid for GPP. I think you could do worse. It's possible. Lakers game will go low. It will. AD might be popular, though. I wouldn't be surprised to see AD popular. Can never predict San Antonio point guards. You really can't. It's really hard. That's the problem with DeJounte Murray. That's why I like to stick him in GPP. Mills has been hooping. Patty Mills goes through those times where he just balls out. He really balls out. And he's always super cheap. Stud with the worst matchup, in your opinion? The stud with the worst matchup? I'll just go off the stud that I won't be playing much of. And it would probably have to be – I honestly won't have a ton of Jokic. If Jamal Murray is back, that hinders Lillard's upside because Murray's solid defensively. He's going to be a little bit of a pesky defender for Lillard. Probably – I'd say Jokic is the one I'm not going to have much exposure to. Probably won't have much LeBron either. But outside of that, AD's got a good matchup against San Antonio. Giannis and Harden are guys that I'm really interested in. And then obviously, I love Dame Lillard in GPP, though. Especially if Jamal Murray's out. They're struggling to defend guards bad, and Lillard's been hot. Would you see any minutes on Hartenstein? I can't call it. You know what I mean? I can't call it, bro. Jabir Batista, I can't call it. Aldridge is 6'2", very low. He is. They just played yesterday. So it's a little bit of a scare. If he misses, take advantage. We'll have to wait and see on that. I don't have much Aldridge because LA is solid down low, but it is a cheap price. I like Malik Monk and Kuzma as sleeper plays. They're solid, Ricky. So is Harden highest owned player tonight? Yes. Who is my top value point guard? Drew Holiday. Point per dollar wise. A guy that I love his price. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. Let's get over 100 likes while we're live today. We got about 8 more minutes. Feel like LMA will be chalky. I mean, yeah, Aldridge is in a terrible matchup. He is super cheap. So let's do like we always do then. All right, let's look at it. So LaMarcus Aldridge is 6'2", right? For 5X, we need about 32 around there. All right, he just played 33 minutes yesterday against the Clippers and dropped 50. All right, all we need is about ideally we want 35 or more, period. He has hit over 35 in damn near every game since Christmas. So, yes, he is a solid cash game play. I think he's fine. I can't hate on it too much, honestly, because he is just too cheap. So, what about Monk off the bench? I think he's okay. Ben McLemore, I think he's fine as well. Keep an eye on LaMarcus Aldridge, though, because the dude's getting old. His knees are a little sore. his hip hurts a little bit, and he just played a bunch of minutes yesterday. If he's out, Podol's going to be a great play, and you're going to want to take advantage of some guys like Rudy Gay, stuff like that. Do you like Eric Gordon instead of House? They're both about equal to me. I'm fine with Eric Gordon. Eric Gordon's fine. Abrasive. This is sweet tea. Milo's sweet tea, which is the best. LMA out. Lock in Podol. I didn't get that information out. Is he really out? I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen that news yet. Oh, yeah. If LMA's out, lock him in, yeah. Who's your favorite play under 4K on Fanduel? That's the first Fanduel question I've gotten today. Let me go over here and look. Under 4K play on Fanduel in general, or did you give me a position? Let me remember. All right, Frank Gonzalez. My favorite play under 4K on Fanduel without position is going to probably be – I like Gary Harris. If Jamal Murray misses, Gary Harris is even 4,000. I think he's a solid option. Austin Rivers, he's a good play. I think Caldwell Pope is solid value today. I think Caldwell. I wouldn't play Caldwell over. I would. Yeah, let me take that back. I would go Rivers or Gary Harris. I would rather Rivers over Gary Harris. Period. And that's about it. Those are my favorite ones, really. Not a bunch of other people. Ben McLemore's 3.8. Other than that, that's about it. Cam, do you got that purple drink in that cup? Why is it that y'all think that? Is it because it's styrofoam? I'm drinking sweet tea. Look, I don't want to spill it on my laptop. You can't see it. I'm not going to spill it on my laptop to show you. I'm trying to use the optimizer. Make sure you clean your cache or whatever the hell. Like, clear out everything, go back in, and you'll be all right. If you need help, hit up my uncle on Twitter, at Uncle Craig DFS. If you need help, if the optimizer for some reason isn't working for you, hit him up. Cam, what's up with all the XFL hype? I know, bro. Like, I'm definitely going to go to a game, check it out. Favorite game to stack, and what pieces would you pick from that game? Milwaukee, New Orleans. Obviously, Giannis, Middleton, Bledsoe, Lopez. And on the other side, Drew Holiday, Brandon Ingram, Lonzo, Zion, the whole team. In that order. Maybe Zion over Lonzo. It's super close between those two, though. Zion's got a tough matchup against Giannis. Like, Giannis might want to prove something to him. Jabir Batista said, didn't hear you speak about Jokic and Whiteside. I talked about him for a little bit. Jokic's probably my least favorite spend up today. Which probably means he's a solid GPP option because I'm just not thinking much about him. Maybe a lot of people aren't either. I'm not really happy about either one. I won't have much exposure to either. Does Houston stay close or blow out? That's a great question. There is a really good chance of a blowout, obviously, with this game being in Houston. But Charlotte's an okay team. Like, they could keep it competitive, but I wouldn't overthink it too much. I mean, definitely play Harden. Ingram or Zion? Ingram. I like Ingram's matchup against Middleton more than Zion against Giannis. Do you like Kuzma and Rudy Gay if Aldridge out? Or do you like Kuzma? And do you like Rudy Gay if Aldridge is out? Andrew Hodge. I love Gay and I love Podol if Aldridge ends up out. And Kuzma is fine. What is Kuzma's price? I don't want to just say Kuzma is fine and leave it at that without really being aware of his price right now. Hold on. Let me make sure he's fine at his price. Kuzma's 4K. Yeah, he's fine. He's all right. What else we got? Andrew Montoya said Torrey Craig, ? I think he's fine, especially if Jamal Murray misses. He's interesting. Who's your daddy? Do you really like Tucker? I think PJ is fine value today. You might be forced to play him. You might just fall on him. I've fallen on him multiple times today, and it just is what it is. Holiday, McLemore, Martin, Giannis, Grant, Rivers, House Jr., Lillard, GPP lineup. It sounds good. That's Drew Holiday? Yeah, so Drew Holiday, Ben McLemore, Martin as that GPP guy, that value guy we talked about before, especially if PJ Washington's out. Giannis, Jeremy Grant, Rivers, House Jr., and Lillard. I like it. I think Tucker has hit 2 out of 10 times when he has chalk. Right. Tucker's a very up and down player. Like, I would obviously prefer Daniel House, but it just depends. If you fall on him, he's probably the best option at that price, honestly. Cody Martin, a good value play. Yeah, Peter, we talked about him a little bit earlier. Cody Martin, especially if PJ Washington is out, Martin's been getting that 25 minutes or so. So, yes, I do think so. And he's blowout proof. He's going to play regardless of how it goes. Kyle, hit up my uncle on Twitter. Wesley Matthews is trash. Yes, but he's bare min 3,000. Still missing George Hill in a very plus matchup against New Orleans. So he could hit value pretty easily. Javier Batista, is it a bad idea to fade the last game? If it's not, who's the must play in the last game? There is no must plays in the last game. I think you could get away with not playing in the last game. I think AD is a guy that you would probably want exposure to. And keep an eye if Aldridge misses, you're going to want guys on that San Antonio side. So you're going to end up playing them regardless. I don't have Twitter. Kyle, you don't have Twitter? What I recommend you do is clear out your cache, right? Clear everything out. And then go back in. That's all I know how to tell you. Like, keep messing with it. It works for me. Pat Connaughton from my Bucks sneaky GPP play. Yeah, he's fine. Do you like your high five for cash still? Yes, I'm still fine with it, Kyle. I prefer Jeremy Grant over Zeller, though. Javier Batista, that's going to suck if the LaMarcus Aldridge news comes out late. I know, right? You're going to have to just – hopefully the news comes out in time. That's what it's going to come down to. And if you happen to be able to switch once the news comes out, then switch and do your thing. I stay active and update our line. Like, if I can make our line better at any point throughout the night, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to announce the changes to everybody. So if we do have to change, then I will announce to everyone who is a member at greenlightdfs.com to make certain changes if we're allowed to do it. Rivers, McLemore, Pat Connaughton. Yeah, they're all fine value, yes. My favorite values today? All right, because we're going to need it. My favorite values today, Austin Rivers. Outside of Rivers, it's probably – I like Gary Harris a lot at 3.8. I like Dante DiVincenzo to give me some Milwaukee exposure at 4.2. I think he's really interesting. I think Caldwell Pope in that last game is probably going to hit value at 3.4. Even though I hate PJ Tucker, he's solid point per dollar value at 4.4. Eric Gordon at 5.3. The guy we talked about before, Cody Martin, is solid value, and Wesley Matthews and Derek Favors. Those are guys that are cheap. Play Dante D or Pat Connaughton? DiVincenzo. Javier Batista, thanks for the response, bro. Appreciate it. No problem, bro. Hey, yo, Mizzle, Marvin Williams, dart throw, they playing small. That's fine. Especially if your boy's out. Their power forward's out. McLemore House or Beasley Bridges, assuming Murray is out. I would go McLemore House. It's close, though. Do you like ABC and Lillard or Harden and Lillard more? Harden can get 80+. Do you think ABC can? I think Giannis is probably going to smash tonight, honestly. Drop a like down below if you haven't already. I'm going to answer a few more questions, and then I'm going to head out, get back onto the slate. Drop a like down below before you head out. Let me see that shit rise real quick. Let's get to 100 right now. We need 40 people to go down and just smash the like real quick. Let's get to 100 real quick before we head out. I'm going to answer a few more questions. So smash that like and then ask a question. And then I'm going to head out, man, and wish you guys luck. Good luck. I hope you kill it tonight. Greenlightdfs.com to join the squad. Congrats on the plumbing being completed. Yeah, my house got its plumbing done today. I'm super happy about that. I was just happy to see something have happened where my house is going. It's been a long time coming. Favorite power forward on Fanduel? Let me see. On Fanduel, I like the idea of maybe spending up for AD. or just go in the value of PJ Tucker. I like Jeremy Grant. We talked about Derek Favors. You can play him at power forward over here. Zion. There's many options. If I'm spending up, I'm going AD. Like if you have the money, go AD. If not, go Jeremy Grant or PJ Tucker probably. If you don't click, Dawson Wright said, if you don't click the like button, your center will foul out in the third quarter. Damn, you better drop a like right now. What do you think of Monk DK? I think he's okay. So, who is ABC? That's Giannis and Antetokounmpo. The reason people say ABC is because his name is super long. It's like the alphabet. That's why. All right, drop a like before you head out. Thank you guys for joining me as always, man. I hope I was able to help you guys. Greenlightdfs.com. Let's smash this shit. Better chance for 6x value, Zion or Ball? Probably Zion. All right. Thank you guys for joining me, man. It was another good live show. Let me make sure I'm not missing nothing real quick. Holiday, Harden House, Giannis, Tucker, Connaughton, Martin, and Craig. That's fine, Anthony. As long as Jamal Murray's out. All right, thank you guys as always, man. Good luck. Greenlightdfs.com. And I'm out. Oh, wait, Anthony Montoya. Check out my line real quick. Where are you? Oh, I just read it. Yeah, I like it, bro. All right, guys. Good luck, everybody. I'm out.